Alright everyone, welcome on board. This is going to be the first video that you're going to watch and probably the most important, or actually it is the most important. We're going to cover mindset and productivity, and if you ask me why it's so important, it's really a simple answer. Why mindset then? Well, it doesn't matter if you're going to succeed with your online business, or if it is your weight loss, you want to lose 10 pounds weight, or you want to attract a girl, or you want that car, or whatever you want. If you have the wrong mindset, in whatever you do in your life, you will fail and you will give up, okay? So it doesn't have to be just with the online business, it can be with whatever you want. So it's really important stuff that we're going to cover. So I would like you to turn off your cell phone, your Skype, your Facebook Messenger, or whatever distracts you right now. Take notes, prefer pen and paper. There is something about the written word, and it's really simple because you will remember more and you will probably implement what you take notes on. So if you haven't already, grab yourself a notepad and pen. Also go through the video when possible, when you can again, because if you miss something the first time, you will get a better idea the second time. So let's get started, and we start with believe in yourself. This is one of the most important things with your mindset. You got to believe in yourself, you got to believe in what you do. If you don't believe in yourself, then no one else will, okay? Stop blaming others for the situation that you're in right now. It's you and only you that has put yourself where you are right now. I mean, think about it for a few seconds. It's you and only you that has put yourself the limits, the procrastination, the situation that you're in right now. And of course, it's only you that can change that. So you have to take charge of your life and change that. You gotta start to think positive as much as possible during the day. We all have negative thoughts, and you have to replace them with positive thoughts. So every time you get a negative thoughts about something, stop for a few seconds, think about it, replace it with a positive one. Also, to get yourself started, the first thing you're going to do in the morning, smile. I know it sounds silly, but just smile and say to yourself, it's going to be a beautiful day today. You will probably notice a lot of difference. Instead of when you're waking up and you say, oh no, not again, do I have to get up and do this? You already started negative, and probably you will notice a lot of negative things that will happen to you for the rest of the day. So make sure, do this, don't hesitate on it. It's tested, so test it out for yourself, and I promise you, you will have a much better day. Make sure you surround yourself with like-minded people. Friends, family that says it's not for you, stay away from them. So what do I mean by this? Well, it's really simple. When you started something new, and since your friend and your family, they don't know anything about it, they want to protect you, okay? So they're afraid to answer something that they don't know. So it's easier for them to say that, are you sure this is not for you? Because they don't know anything about what you're going into. So let's say, for example, like this situation, you're going for your online journey, okay? You want to create your business, and they haven't done it, so they don't know anything about it. So they want to protect you, and they want you to stay in the comfort zone. And therefore, they say a lot of negative stuff. So that's why I mean, stay away. It could be avoid them as much as possible, okay? I don't mean you should turn off your family and never see them again, etc. I just say try to avoid to get into details with them as much as possible, okay? Limit news to little or nothing at all. I can tell you from my own experience, I served around 10 radio stations 5 times a day for 2 years with news. And those 2 years were probably the most stressful years in my life. News or bad news. So try to avoid that as much as possible, unless there is a war going on. You gotta find out what is your why. What is your real why? Why are you doing this? You can't say just that you want to make money. because that is not your real why. You gotta find a real why. The money is only a media or something that you use to get to your why, okay? You gotta define your purpose, why you're doing this. You're doing this for freedom, you're doing this for a better lifestyle. Why are you doing this? You gotta define your purpose. Make sure you write down your goals with pen and paper again. A journal could be a good idea to start to write on. And be as specific as possible. I mean, don't just write that I want to make money. Write instead, I want to make 10,000 till the end of this year. Okay? Successful people, they don't rely on willpower. They create habits that stick. And you will see what I mean in a few minutes or a few seconds actually. So create a plan and stick with it. What you have to do is you have to create your morning plan, you have to create a daily plan and stick with that plan so you get focused work done. And I'm going to explain to you soon how you're going to do that. Focus. We got to focus, and you've probably seen this one before, so if you haven't, congrats, because it's first time. Follow one course until successful. You can't just start and say, today I'm going to write a blog post. Tomorrow I will start with Facebook advertising. The next day with YouTube videos. Probably nothing of this will happen and you won't get anything done and nothing will really happen. You will start to procrastinate and you will give up. You have to focus until you know that you can handle this one. You know how to write a good blog post, for example. So focus on that until you're successful. That exactly is what follow one course until success means. So try to avoid to get distracted and test different things. What you're going to do is you're going to work on deep focus. Deep focus means that you get rid of distractions the time that you're going to work. Just as I said in the beginning, turn off your cell phones, your Facebook Messenger, your Skype, whatever you have that distracts. And what you're going to do is you're going to get yourself a timer. An external timer is preferred. And you're going to set that for 15 minutes. 50 minutes and you start work in those chunks means that you're going to work for 50 minutes. When the timer rings, you have 10 minutes. You can answer your phone calls, you can reply your emails, you can be in Skype or Facebook or whatever. So if you do 2 of these every day, you get more done than 90% of the rest of the people out there. And why do I say 2 of these? Because I understand that many of you have a full-time job or you go to school in the morning, so you can't be full-time with this journey, okay? That means that you have very little time left. And I can tell you from my own experience, because I worked 12 hours actually before I got into 2 of these chunks. When I started to do 2 50-minute chunks, I got work done. Trust me on this one. So this method works. Try to implement it and you will see that you will get a lot of things done. Morning ritual. Okay, we're not going to discuss about any voodoo stuff here. It's nothing really strange or something fancy. What you're going to do is you're going to create and write down your morning ritual. And I'm going to give you an example of how it could look. This will set you up actually and keep you motivated for the rest of your day and for the rest of the time, so you will be motivated to continue to progress, to reach your success, to reach your goals. Here's an example of how my setup looks in the morning. I wake up at 7 a.m. 7:05 I drink water, floss, toilet, etc. 7:15 I'm ready for exercise. It doesn't matter if you're going out for a walk, if you're going out for running, or if you go to the gym. Just make sure you exercise a little bit in the morning and get some fresh air and get the blood keep flowing. 8:15 I give 1 hour exercise. It's time for stretching and cool down. The next thing I'm going to do is meditate. This is a biggie because when I started to meditate I got a lot more stuff. I got so much clarity what I wanted to do and got more work done. It's really simple to meditate. It's not so hard, and I'm going to explain to you how you can do it. All you have to do is you sit down. You can sit in a chair actually. or you sit on the floor, how they sit when they meditate, as you probably have seen. What you do is you close your eyes and you focus on your breath, nothing else. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. And you will notice that you will see a lot of pictures is coming by, okay? Like thousands of pictures, a lot of things that you have to do, etc. Don't judge them, don't do anything with those thoughts, just let them pass. Just keep focused and concentrated on your breath. That will help you to get clarity in what you have to do, and you will also get relaxed, more relaxed, so you can start to work later on. So, do 10 minutes of this to start off. Then it's time for a shower, breakfast, and reading a book. You should read hard copy, preferred. It can be motivational stuff, it can be business related, or self-biography. Doesn't matter, make sure you read a little bit. Because it's good to get started with this in the morning, and also will keep you motivated. And 9 a.m. I'm ready for start my focus work. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I understand totally if you have a full-time job or you go to the school in the morning, so you can implement 2 hours in the morning with the morning ritual. What you do instead is you decide to do this for 30 minutes, okay? So what you have to do is you get up a half an hour earlier and you have to do a quicker version of this or something similar. Do 5 minutes of exercise, do 5 minutes of the meditation, do 5 minutes of the breakfast, reading a book, and then go to your job. You will notice that you will feel much better during the day, and also when you get home to start to work on your online business. Okay? Preferable, you should do a meditation before you start the online business, after your dinner, for example, when you get home back after the work, for those of you who are at the school or at the work during the day. So, next thing we're going to be cover is failure. Now, you probably already heard of it, fear of failure, and it's really true, because I was in the same situation. I got into this in the beginning and I was like, oh, what is going to happen if I fail with this one? People are going to laugh at me, or what is going to happen? That's the fear of failure. And fear of failure, you will start to procrastinate and you won't get anything done. So you have to get rid of that, okay? So I heard this many years ago and it was like, fail as fast as possible. And I was like, what? Fail as fast as possible? I mean, what are you talking about? I don't want to fail. But yes, it's true, because when I failed, I realized that that method didn't work. And I always get reminded of the Edison, you know, he's the one who created the lamp. He always said, I haven't failed, I just found 10,000 ways that won't work. I mean, talk about failure, okay? He failed 10,000 times, but after that he found a lamp and he created the lamp. So you have to step out of your comfort zone, or else you get the same results. Scare the crap out of yourself. I know it's going to be a little bit nervous, you're going to feel like butterflies in your stomach, but step out of your comfort zone, scare the crap out of yourself, and you will get things done. Just do it. Just do it and you will feel so much better that you have accomplished something. Okay? Stop looking for magic bullets. All the successful people that I know, they haven't just woke up one day and, oh, lucky me, I won the lottery, for example. Okay? Lucky me, I got everything. Lucky you. It's not what they rely on. Okay? They created a habit, they were persistent, and that's why they succeeded. So you need to sacrifice a bit in the beginning, be prepared for that. Neither it's a sleep, fun time, family time, little bit. I don't say that you have to sacrifice everything. Be persistent, as I mentioned earlier, to move towards your goals. There's going to be a lot of times when it's negative, you will feel that everything sucks, and you have to move forward. If you feel really bad, just turn off the computer, do something else, and then next day come back. You will feel much more motivated, but don't give up, okay? Don't give up as soon as you find an obstacle. Make sure you focus on solving problems. If you do that, you will get far ahead than most others do. Create valuable content. find what the problem is and solve that. If you do that, you will get a lot of positive response in whatever you do. Now, to build a successful business, you must focus on the high leverage activities that generate income. A quick example, by going into Facebook and see what your friends have chatted about, it's not a high leverage activity, okay? Instead, you have to focus on what generates income. So make sure you write it down to get remembered, to see what is my high leverage activities. Those are the ones that you have to focus. Facebook, you can go in late at night, before midnight, before you go to bed, and see what they're chatting about or whatever they're talking about. Time is money, you probably already know that, and don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. What do I mean by that? If you get an obstacle, if you can't get something done, ask for help or outsource it. I can give you a quick example, and I wanted to do something back when I wasn't so technically good, and it was something that should have taken me 5 minutes if I knew what to do, and it took me 12 hours to get it done. So do you think if I have outsourced it, I would have saved time and money? Of course I would, because I would have 12 hours to get productive stuff done, and I would have outsourced it and got that technical little thing done. Okay, so that goes together. Time is money. Don't get stuck. If you feel that you can't get it done, outsource it, or else nothing will happen and you get stuck and you get behind to reach your success. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Define your purpose, find out your why, think of how you will get there. Make sure you invest in yourself by creating the morning ritual. Create a daily ritual actually. Right, 7 to 9 a.m. I create my morning ritual. 9 to 11 I do 2 50-minute chunks. 12 it's time for lunch, etc. Write your whole day, because that you can look at the paper, what you have written down, and you can follow that schedule. Also make sure that you make an agreement with your family that they will not disturb you for those 2 50-minute chunks. So I think if you talk with them and say to them in the beginning, they know that after those 2 50-minute chunks they will see you, okay? So you can spend the time with your family later on. So invest in yourself, get educated to speed up the process whenever you feel the time is ready. Every time I invested in coach and mentor, I got far more ahead and got my money back because I invested and speeded up my process to learn something new. So coaches and mentors, they should be there whenever you think you're ready for them and you need them. And training material in general, like this one for example. Make sure you educate yourself every time, every single time you feel that you need it, okay? Get a routine and stick with it. I already covered that before, and it's about your morning ritual, your daily ritual. If you get that routine and stick with it, you will notice that you make progress. So, some final words. Success, it isn't something you fall into. It's a process. It's an ongoing process actually. It's a daily ongoing process actually. The key to success is to mastering yourself. Master yourself with your morning ritual. You will get stronger. You will believe in yourself and you master yourself. That's when you start to reach your success. When you make progress also, reward yourself. Reward yourself not only by saying congrats, but it could be really small things. It could be you could go out for a dinner, you could go to a movie. Make sure you reward yourself because you will feel psychologically better that you have reached a little bit and you made some progress, okay, towards your goals. So it's really important. Make sure you remember that. Reward yourself also. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you got some valuable stuff. And I'm really looking forward to hear a lot of success stories of yours. And all I have to say right now is let's rock.